all the spaceships to Davenport. Prepare for Div Anarchy, an interface with a couch in space. It's space couch time once again. Or as you understand the concept of time, they're on Earth. One thing I understand is our amazing sponsor, brought to you this week by Ligerhawk Records. Check out this week's Tremendous 10.
Where's my ambition?
And of course, sponsored once again this week by the amazing Super 7. You want to go to super7.com/SpaceCouchShow. Vampire Mermaid!
Now for Vampire Mermaid! Vampire Mermaid!
I'm not going to forget this week. I usually forget. But we have Space Couch Throw Pillows that you can get at ligerhawkrecords.etsy.com. Okay, speaking of all things Ligerhawk, I am super duper excited to talk to today's guest because he's just been dropping sonic warheads. Man, that's amazing shit. So, without further ado, please welcome Liam of Legion Xero. What's going on, man?
Okay, how you doing, my man?
Oh, you know,
beautiful fucking day, right?
space stuff. Like,
Yeah.
So,
You're my favorite person, Brian from MSI. I see
yes, that's how I got that Guardians of the Galaxy 2 gig. Is because I was already in space. So they're like, just get the MSI guy.
yeah, it works.
Right, and so when I'm not being a problematic lead singer, I am interviewing bands I like, and you have just been on fire. So
Thank you.
we'll start with a little segment we like to call Encapsulate What You Create. How would you describe the sound of Legion Xero?
I don't know, weaponized chaos.
Weaponized. I love it. I think you nailed it. But like, industrial, after a fashion, I don't think would be a wrong word to use. We'll cut in a little bit of mantra right here.
Okay.
So, that track is awesome. We got some more in the clip.
Thank you.
I got to hear the demos of some upcoming stuff, but we'll get into that. I want to do a little bit of an origin story. Partly because I want to hear it, and partly because we finally made a graphic for this segment, and I'm really happy about it. So let's do E-Sig's early childhood indicators of Gothic sensibilities. How did you first get into industrial music?
I think it was like a typical childhood story. Bored with music. A friend says, "Hey, man, why don't you try some Skinny Puppy? It's ministry."
Okay.
And, and then you get your first taste for free, and then you go down the rabbit hole.
Yes. Yeah, I was gonna.
I got because I grew up in Texas, and
Okay.
I got turned on to a regional band there, Screw. which is like Ministry on steroids.
Right.
Got really into them, 16 volts. And it all just kind of spiraled out of control from there.
Sure. Oh, yeah. First one's free, but if you want that front 242, you got to pay up, kid.
Yeah.
I love it.
And you're bumping frontline assembly,
You're right. Yeah. Oh man, it started with the little 9-inch nails, and then I was just doing lines of Neotech after school, and
you start with Pretty A Machine. Next thing you know, you're on Suicide Commandos.
Yeah, just right into the veins. I can stop anytime I want, and then you're buying like Wumpscut bootlegs.
Right?
I think we could end the show right there. The drugs to industrial music metaphor works almost too well. Well, awesome. So let's cut to the present. Now, you had made a request, which I'm happy to accommodate here on Space Couch, because the more Legion Xero, the better. But we're getting sort of a chapter 1 of 2, as far as I understand it, because conceptually, or don't let me put words in your mouth, Legion Xero, the studio version, is at least different enough from the band iteration, or am I voicing that incorrectly?
Yeah. You got the right idea, because one of the things I was really kind of influenced by is you see bands like Skinny Puppy and Nine Inch Nails, that they have like their live mutations of the material.
Right.
It's like it's a totally different beast, and I really wanted to kind of riff on that and turn into something like a little bit different. So I found a guy. He's a rescue. Tommy Trouble, my drummer. And it's the cool thing with this guy is like he's one of my closest friends. But he comes from like punk and metal.
Okay.
And he his experience with like electronic music is very limited, and like he really doesn't listen to industrial at all. So he's a good litmus test to know, like, hey man, is this song like it's just a good song?
Fascinating. Okay, cool. Yeah,
so I get to to bounce ideas off him and get his feedback on things to know, like, hey, if a song's working, or what, from an outside perspective, what he thinks, because sometimes you get too down in the trenches.
Totally, I do that.
But we wanna kind of like, what I do in the studio is one thing, and then when we start setting it up for the live show, it's like, okay, now what can we do to change this to make it more viable for a live format?
Yeah, no, I remember. You're making me flash back to, 25 years ago when I first saw A-Pop Take Me Berserk, who I was just listening to as like a dance band, and then I went to go see him at the Metro in Chicago, and they had a drummer and a guitar, and I'm like, did I buy tickets for a different band? Like, what the hell
was that the tour they did with B&B Nation?
Yep, that was the one, Doug. The Symbols tour,
Yeah, both bands were just amazing, like on fire.
That was the 2001, 2000, because I couldn't drink. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we old, Doug. So okay, very cool. Well, so we'll definitely look forward to the band iteration, and we can sort of craft around that. But today we're doing studio stuff, and I will let you. I don't want to tell turns out of class, because you gave me a preview of the upcoming material.
Go ahead and give the taste for free. So.
All right. Well, we'll cut in a little bit of a demo here. Can I give the name of the album?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you are working on something called Nightmare Generator, and on my I guess biased, because we're friends, but as far as unbiased as I can be, opinion, it's awesome. Like, it's really good. And like So I was wondering, because sometimes when I'm doing music, I'll just get to track number 10 and be like, okay, that's an album. But
Yeah,
sometimes I'll be like, okay, I want to craft 11 songs around a theme.
yeah.
Is there anything like a unifying theme or physical creation similarity, even like in the process of the concoction around these tracks?
Well, yeah, because you know how it is. Like when you're putting together like an album, you want to have some level of consistency
Right.
with the songs, with the sound, the production, the songwriting, lyrical content. And when I first started Legion Zero, and I was still trying to like find my footing,
Hmm.
I was writing like three or four different styles of industrial. Like I had like a more like EBM oriented material, and
Hmm.
then I had more like electronic rock kind of material. And then when I kind of got into the like the mid tempo kind of cyberpunk kind of sound,
Yeah.
I was like, well, this is kind of like I'm really hitting on this one. So and then I had my my chaos phase, which one of the tracks from the album is from that one. Um, and then just was like kind of okay. And so I wrote about 20 some odd songs, and then was like, okay, cool, let's kind of like whittle this down
Hmm.
and kind of put some together. And then it was like, which how is this going to fit thematically, like in a loose thematic order?
Hmm.
And it all kind of fell together.
Okay. Okay.
Like with some shows. So the upside is there's a lot of unreleased material that's gonna have to be forced to the surface before too long.
Good. 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 Yeah. The everybody I know has 10 albums worth of half finished tracks. So
Yeah.
I'm always happy when that sort of thing gets to surface. As I mean, the mantra. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you had described that to me at one point as something that was didn't make the cut for an album, or was like an
Yeah.
outlier. Okay, because
Yeah.
I mean, uh, that thing's a beast. So if that's like the special feature on the
Yeah.
DVD of Legion Zero, then that'll give you a scale at home as to how weapons grade this thing is going to be. Coming out soon on Ligerhawk Records.
And, yeah, it was kind of weird how that one got ended up released first. Because I was but I'd been working on it and was like, well, I got this one done, but I don't want to spoil the album for anybody just yet. So I'll put this one out. And the more I thought about it, I was like, this kind of thematically and sonically, like it works. It kind of like sets the bar
Yeah,
for what's coming up next.
very cool. So and we won't totally surpass the band thing. Band part. Do you have any live shows coming up we should plug, or is that
No, no,
still
not
okay?
yet. We're still trying to figure out.
Okay.
Tommy and I, we're like the apes from 2001. You know,
Okay.
trying to figure out like you just sit around with a bunch of computers and bones and just like
Okay.
tapping like, okay, now how
Right.
do we translate this?
Okay. You go
So
around
yeah,
killing other industrial bands with bones.
well, I bought a good friend of mine, a colleague of mine, sold me a PA system that should be illegal in like 20 states. I mean, we level city blocks with this thing.
Okay.
So when we get together for band meetings, we stare at this monstrosity that
Okay.
we've acquired. Like now we got to make it everybody's problem.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Love
So
it.
we're planning on like the plan of action was that I get the album finished, and then we sit down with a case of old style and some Quentin Tarantino movies and try to figure out how we're gonna pull this off.
Hell yeah. Oh. Okay. Cool, man. Why is there all these Pulp Fiction samples in this track? So the
And I've yet to sample a Quentin Tarantino movie.
okay. Well, there. I'm sure. Oh yeah, no, I totally did, like 1,000 times. Speaking of repurposing audio, you did a killer remix for "If I Were the Devil."
Yeah.
And I'm always interested in the remix process because the rules are very unwritten. It's
They are.
so it's the word remix even means different things to different people. So like,
It really does, yeah.
how do you approach remixing?
Well, with that one, because I've done 3 remixes to date, and each one about a different way. The ones with if I were the devil, because they're a death metal band in Southside Chicago, and they're good friends of mine. They're great dudes.
Okay, cool.
And I'd heard this song at one of their listening parties or one of their shows or something like that, and I was like, man, I have a really good idea of where to go with this. So for years, I was hounding them to do this song, like showing up to their shows, their parties, and just being like, bro, like, you got to get me this stuff. And I finally wore them down, and then they sent me the stems for it, but the stems were corrupted.
Oh no!
So the only thing out of the stems that I could get was the vocals.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, so I had to basically reconstruct, because I had all these ideas for the death metal guitars, and I was like, well,
right,
those are corrupted, they're not going to work, so I have to kind of like, I'm not that good of a guitar player, there's no way, so I was like, can I take the riff and kind of like do a punk version of it,
Yeah.
But then I did another remix for.
Wait, so you just had to reconstruct the whole thing? I didn't want to like just blow by that. Like,
I had the vocals. The vocals was the only thing that came out that was uncorrupted. And at that point, I didn't want to go back to them and ask again because it had taken so long. And I was like, man, oh Lord, he a coming. They fucking hate the shit out of me about this. So I was like, fuck it, dude. I'll work with what I got, and they were really happy. They haven't heard the updated version because I just redid it, re-released it.
Okay.
But they were really happy with the original version when I first did it. And then I did another remix for a gentleman named Adam Reese. He's a producer in Chicago. And if anybody's into like indie rock or like lo-fi hip hop, he's great material, just super cool. And I discovered him on SoundCloud, and again I heard one of his songs, and I was like, hey. I would love to do a remix of this.
That's awesome.
He actually sent me the stems, and I did that one, and that will be out. I just finished updating that one. That'll be out probably this weekend. I'll probably release that one.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Then I did the third one I did as a friend of mine, Kyle Umbra, who does a lot of like a punk adjacent kind of music, and he did this like a pop song. And I was like, hey, that's really cool. Like, let me see if I can do it. And he actually, because we use the same DAW, he actually sent me the file. So I've done 3 different remix files, like one actually having the actual file, one with stems, and one with just like basically just one chunk of the song.
Wow. Range.
But I'm from the school felt like I grew up on remixes from like NIN Fixed,
right,
and with Charlie Clouser and that stuff where it's like, let's, instead of just adding like a different drum beat or something like that, like let's take it to another place. Let's like really mutate it, let's remanifest it.
Right. That's cool. Like it's a lost approach, I'll say, like, because I mean, I don't get me wrong, I love a remix CD where it's like, okay, this is like what it would sound like if whoever eCraft did this version of the song. But like, if you get like those early KMFDM remix, quote unquote remix CDs, it's like we inverted the stereo, and now it's like they did like these tiny changes. You're like, what the fuck? So
like what was the one, the KMFDM Lite?
Yeah.
Just like man, I can't tell the difference between one version and the next.
Right. Or and I'm sure there's on the microscopic level it exists, or like you say on Fix, where it's like, it's remixed. It's almost like it's reinterpreted. Like we didn't like put the pieces together in a different way. We just built this whole other thing that kind of looks like it. Like, so. And
that's typically how like it like with the remixes I've done, something will stand out that I'll be like, oh, I could really execute that differently. Like with Wolves, that chorus, I was like, man, that chorus would work really well. Instead of in a death metal presentation where it's just blast beats and 16th notes, I was like, let's slow it down. Let's give it that power,
Very cool. Oh,
and that's kind of like where it came from that. Dude.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Plus, after reconstructing a kit from corrupted audio is pretty fucking cyberpunk. I am led to believe, because we talked about it, that you have other projects going on. Let's do a drive-by and some of those.
I thought I was bad until I met you.
Yeah. I got a bad habit.
And it's one of those my drummer and I were like we get drunk and just start bands.
Totally.
Everyone like, hey, did we start a new punk band this weekend? Yeah. So, as of right now, I have an EP. I'm finishing up under the name of The Lady Serpent, and it's more kind of like trip hop, dubstep,
cool.
kind of ambient kind of stuff. That's kind of like the counterpoint to Legion Xero. And my drummer and I, and it was kind of like the pact I made with him. I was like, hey, you play drums for me, and I'll join your punk band.
Oh, cool.
So we have our punk band, the Warehouse Rats, and there's countless other collaborations I'm doing with people that don't have names as of yet. I've got a really cool collaboration with a metal guy by the name of Wretched Wolf.
Okay.
We've got some this guy does just amazing metal.
Wow.
So I got a couple collaborations with him in the pipeline. I was actually mixing those earlier today.
Oh, cool.
And so yeah.
That's
Yeah,
bad
a
as
lot
hell.
a lot of things, and again, like I've got like notebooks of like potential band names and
Right.
half song things, and I'm sure you're the same way. We're just songwriters. So you write like a ton of music, and you're like, well, this doesn't fit here, it doesn't fit there, so I just throw in this pile over here. And then you have a friend that's like, oh, I want to do this. It's like, you know what? As a matter of I've got like 5 songs just like that.
Absolutely. Well, indie rock, punk, metal, industrial. The guy's got range, y'all. But now your range will be tested with everybody's favorite feature, Radiation Round. Well, sort of tested because
there's no lightning in space.
There's no letting. Yay! Look at you! And you literally can't give a wrong answer. So we'll start here. Level 1. Cubase, Ableton, or FL Studio, or something else.
I'm an FL Studio guy.
FL Studio.
Yeah.
Very cool. It's legit now, man. All right.
It really has come a long way.
So the for a vaguely combat-ish themed project, because that's sort of what I'm picking up from Legion Xero. Correct me if I'm wrong. We're gonna go old school first-person shooters. Doom, Wolfenstein 3D, or Duke Nukem 3D.
Okay, now all 3 have merits.
Totally.
Because Wolfenstein. I mean, killing Nazis hasn't been so much fun since killing Nazis.
That should have been the tagline of the box. That's genius.
But I'm like, personally, my heart, I got to go with Doom just because, Mick Gordon is a genius.
Yes.
I mean, he changed the face of modern music. And the gameplay is just insane. And the story, it's as labeled on the tin. It's a dude that got pissed off because you killed his pet rabbit. Now everybody's got to die.
Now everybody's got to die. Doom really, for games that are functionally very similar, gun in the middle of the screen, and you shoot anything that moves.
Yeah.
There was something culturally went. There was it was captured somehow with Doom. Like Wolfenstein 3D got the ball rolling, and Duke Nukem 3D certainly brought the culture and technology part to a new level. But some sort of that Doom was really, I mean, everybody knew. Even today, if you say the word Doom, people know what it is. Yeah. It's one of those video games that just broke through for I was gonna say for some reason, but no, it's still fun. Like if you crack open Doom today, it still kicks ass. Like that shot, nothing's more satisfying than that shotgun blast.
Even the one from 2016. That one, it still bangs. And I love how the developers, they wanted to they knew what they were doing. Like they understood the assignment, and they were like, we're going to make this game visceral. Like you're going to love just slaughtering all of the enemies.
Oh yeah. And speaking of metal, it gets super. Like Doom 2 at the end is just straight up inverted pentagrams and good stuff. And oh yeah, so big megasphere thumbs up to Doom. Okay, and we have recently discovered that we are both Babylon 5 aficionados. So we'll go alien ambassadors. Londo, Jakar, or Delenn?
Morden.
Morden! Yes! It was a trick question and you passed. Oh, so good. It's this.
No, I do love Jakar. Like Jakar was like my hands down favorite because he embodied like the warrior poet.
Right.
Know?
Well, to
and
a
he was
T.
just the perfect smartass.
Right.
You know, and his character arc was just great. Like I said, they all had merits, but hey, you got to go with Morden.
You got to go. Honestly, the only I say that there are no wrong answers here on Space Couch, and I would have accepted anything except Delenn. So, and I know we're going to alienate part of the pod, more than half of the audience here, but like with Londo being in every conceivable way the polar opposite of his character, and it's the greatest, for my money, enemies become friends arc I can think of. That all so good. But like Morden is just just you want him to just get it, like just fuck, because he's so cool, but he's so smart. He's all, like, and the fact that he's always got like shadows by him. Oh, good, great answer.
Exactly right.
So badass.
Delenn, like I can't talk shit about Delenn because she was like the moral compass of the show.
That's why
we hate her. That's why we hate her, because we're fucking, like unethical bastards.
Well, because we're degenerates, right? Yes. Right. Yeah. No, it's a great answer. I just know she would tattle on me, if I pulled some shit with the Pakmarad, like was running with a low crowd, she would totally be like, you know what Grautner did, like, okay, so thank you there at home. I wanted to take personally time to nerd out about my favorite show with our guest today. Okay, so that was FL, Doom, and Morden. Okay, so now we'll go to everybody's second favorite feature, hypothetical spectacle, where we get a little weird. And we have a few rote, questions on Space Couch here. And I know we do this one a lot, but I'm curious. We're gonna go bank robbery. So the way this works is that 4 of your musical influences have decided to rob a bank. And I need to know who is going to be each of the following: the getaway car driver, the like smooth operator, the kind of like Morden-y character that like talks to the bank teller, right? And the high-tech hacker guy in the van, and the old school safecracker guy with the stethoscope and the spirit mask and the shirt with the black and white horizontal stripes. So that's car driver, smooth operator, high-tech, low-tech.
Okay, so now this is a complicated question because, like as you pointed out earlier, we're older guys.
Yeah.
So when we talk about musical influences, do you mean like what are my current musical influences? What are my all-time musical influences? Like what are the ones that really in music?
You can't.
So that's like that complicates the question. So having thought about it, I've come up with a theme. I think you're gonna like it.
All right.
For the face man or face woman in this case would be Chibi, Sarah Taylor from the Birthday Massacre.
Oh, yes, perfect.
That's my favorite band of all time. Love them, and have been for years. Safecracker, old school Safecracker, Johnny Cash.
Very good. Okay,
gotta be high tech guy, Charlie Clouser.
Very cool. Yes.
And the getaway driver, Lemmy Kilmister.
Wow! Okay, we got to break that down a little bit because that is an amazing bank robbery team. First of all, I think that's the first time the Face Man has ever been made a woman. I think it was Hate Department that said Prince, which gets close, but it's when I love me some Prince, but actually taking the lead singer of the Birthday Massacre is genius. You with an answer like that, you almost don't need to finish what you started. But I love it. She would. You almost don't need the rest of the team because she would be able to charge the charm. I meant to say the money right out of it.
She'll just walk out with the bag and like everyone will be okay with it.
Yeah, this fine. Just like as long as the teller like gets a phone number out of the deal, he's like, "You want some more?" Like, okay. So the getaway car driver, Lemmy, like he would not. He wouldn't give a fuck. Just plowing into people. Probably would be plowed himself. He is a taxi driver, patsy boat driver in Hardware. And we had the director of that. Yes, and we had the director of Hardware on Space Couch, so that's a great answer. That was a wild, just him talking about like hanging out with fields of the Nephilim and like doing acid and being saved from drowning by nitrogen. What? That was So
he told the story where he jumped into the pool and what was it? Was it Bauhaus? No,
the Eiserstenden Neubauten saved him from drowning after he did it.
You can't make this kind of shit up.
You cannot make that shit up. And just as a quick aside, he mentioned a movie. I'm blanking on the name of it now. I wasn't planning on talking about it, but it's about voodoo in Haiti. That he mentioned. I wanted to talk about H.P. Lovecraft, and he busts out this documentary that he's like, that's my favorite movie that I did. So I went and watched it, and it is nuts. So like,
really,
yeah, go check that out.
Okay, yeah, I was really like how you guys like went into that whole like H.P. Lovecraft like spiral. But she was myself. You know, so it was cool to. It's always fun to watch other nerds like nerd out on cool shit. You know that you're into. Like,
So. Well, we got to get back to this answer. So, not only do we have cinematic evidence of the Ace of Spades himself driving Lenny of Motorhead, he is a Motorhead. Motor is in his band's name. So, perfect answer.
You're going to get where you're going. You might not like it, but you're going to get there.
You're getting away from the cops no matter what happens. So, perfect answer. Break down Clouser for the hacker guy for our audience for us.
Charlie Clouser, for those that don't know, he was his claim to fame was he joined Nine Inch Nails on their Downward Spiral tour as their keyboard player, and he did a lot of remixes for NIN and Manson and Killing Joke, and then he went on to do the soundtracks for the Saw movies. And some of the Resident Evil movies. And he's been like a massive inspiration on me, like musically. Just like you listen to his work, you're like, how did you get that sound?
Right.
How did you do that?
I don't even know how to describe that in English. That like, So yeah, he would, as the high tech guy, he would be in the thing like wiring it up like a modular synthesizer, so that like all the security cameras now blink in like 5/16th time or some math rock shit.
Exactly.
And then I think Johnny Cash is the old school safe cracker and speaks with itself. He would just like look at the safe and be like, "Come on." Oh, hold on, crap cleaner just came up on my space. Fucking crap, go away. I gotta uninstall this shit. In space, you sometimes collect a lot of like asteroid dust, so I need to have.
I'm a Warhammer fan, so I get it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I know it looks like I'm just at a laptop in an apartment in Knoxville, Tennessee, but totally in space. So like Johnny Cash would just look at the safe and be like, "Come on, man," and the safe would be like, "Yeah, you're right. Yeah. And
don't make this any harder than it has to be.
Right? We'll. I cracked the safe just to watch it die, but it didn't work. I got greedy. My
God, that was beautiful.
Okay. Oh well, if you liked it, then mission accomplished. All right. So that bank is robbed. Wonderful answer, sir. That's all I got. We're gonna bring this flying couch back on into the station for any final thoughts you may have. But we're gonna do a little bit of a drive by on what did we learn today. So weaponized chaos is what you get with Legion Xero. Nightmare Generator comes out when you finish it. I don't know if you have a timeline on it.
It's like, well, I want to get it done as soon as possible here in the next few weeks.
Oh, okay, wow.
And our buddy Aaron Solomon is going to do the mastering.
Oh,
so
hell yeah!
Yeah, so I'm getting it all finished up, finishing the mixes, and like I said, you got the rough copy now. I'm just fine tuning, tightening some things up, like little nuts and bolts stuff. So hopefully soon, and then we're going to start gearing up for our live shows.
Very cool. Very cool. So yes, look out for that Nightmare Generator on Ligerhawk Records, as mastered by friend of the show Aaron from Arnada Records, and look for Legion Xero with an X coming to you. Check out the killer remix for If I Were the Devil. Radiation Round, we went FL Studio, Doom, and Jakar, honorable mention, but Morden by I was gonna say a nose, but by like a shadow leg.
Everybody, I see what you did there.
What's that?
And I respect you for it.
Yeah, I always there was the praying mantis drug dealer in season 1. I always wish he would come back because I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
But I'm partial to the Pak Marat because they ate garbage and looked like Cthulhu, and I'm like, oh, it's me. But but they were minor players. We'll talk about shows from literally the 90s. And in literally the coolest bank robbery of the year, because we haven't asked this question this year yet. But I will say, credit where credit's due, one of the coolest bank robberies of all time.
Thank you.
We have Motorhead behind the wheel, Birthday Massacre, smooth womaning it up. Clouser of Nine Inch Nails et al. Hacking the shit out of shit, and Johnny Cash with a safe named Sue. So the final thoughts. Do you have anything you want to leave our audience with, sir?
Well, first of all, I want to thank Ligerhawk Records for having me. Dude, the artists on there, the ones I met, that's just bangers, rock stars.
Good stuff, man.
I also want to give a shout out to my homies in the forest. Otherwise, they might beat me with sticks again.
Well,
but, yeah, dude, it's have a blast. Like, we're gonna end up like talking about 90s sci-fi TV shows all day.
We might just have to start a new podcast where we'd be like, "Did you see that one episode of Deep Space Nine?" Talk about like the Ferengi homeworld for 2 hours. Just the most minute shit, like which we probably could do, but we will save that.
Or know that over obsession of Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Oh yes, it's all about the swing. Anyway, we will have to Rock'em Sock'em it up, but for now, you'll just have to Rock'em Sock'em it. They're at home till next Sunday when we come back with Space Couch and our guest, who I can't remember who it is right now. And I know who it is. I'll tell you. I don't want to spoil it. It's a good one. But let's not bury the lead. We had an amazing guest here today, Legion Xero, Nightmare Generous, coming out to the Ligerhawk Records. This is Brian for Space Couch for Liam for Legion Xero, saying, "Call the spaceship with Edward, prepare for divinity," and interface with the couch in space. Space Couch. And then I just let us talk over the end credits here with Spence Couch, our dancing astronaut, and the couch. It doesn't have a name. It's just Couch.
Oh man, I wanted to bring up. I gotta send you the link because your intro music reminds me of something.
What's that?
You know what? Let me grab the link and send it to you because
all right, cool.
I think you'll get a kick out of it.
All right.